Hello everybody and welcome back to Glen, Isla. Today our farm is doing pretty good. We've come from scratch and so far we own fields 1 through 8. Money is looking a little dismal at this point, so gladly we have a few crops that are ready to come off. I still have the oilseed radish, the sunflower, in the grain silo that we can sell today. And the chickens have been busy. And I believe the horses might even be getting close to being able to sell. No, I'm very wrong about that one. They've got a little ways to go yet. Okay, so first order of business is going to be field 5, I believe it was. Yes, 5, which is 5 and 6. We all carved into one in the last episode. That is ready for the seeder to put in the oilseed radish for our fertilizing. So let's plot a course that I know we don't have yet for the seeder, and we will plot a course with the course plot or the course plate for him to do just that. Okay, so let's go in here. Another little bug that has appeared in the last couple of issues or versions, I should say, of the course plate is that it's remembering the last implement work with rather than automatically detecting the new work with for a different implement. So be aware of that. You need to know your work widths. Okay, so we're going to do a headlands, and it's going to be 3 passes in a counterclockwise direction, and we will set it for turn. Looks good. We'll generate the course. Oh, sorry, we forgot to put in the field 5. And we'll generate that course. There it is. Looks very good. Starting from our current position. And another bug. This whole information point, you can program the course play from here or from here. Okay, just so you know. This should mirror what I've already done. Another little bug so you need to know is that the headlands is always going clockwise. And I don't know why, but they'll address that soon. Again, we are in beta for the course play. So, having addressed that, we'll take a look at our speed. And that all looks very good. We'll start at the first waypoint. And make sure, yes, it is set for the seeder. And we'll put him to drive the course. We can take that down. I'll give you a quick look at the overview. And here we are, starting into the course. And then he'll do 3 headlands and then transition to the up-down and finish in the what would be the northwest corner of the field. This is sort of on edge. Okay, we'll take that away. And we can take that down too. And he is in fact planting oilseed radish. I should have double checked that before I sent him on his way. But there he is. And you'll notice that my frame rate is down just above 60 at times, as high as 68. That is because I have changed some of my graphics settings. I'm still recording at 2715 by 1527, which is a true 2K. That's halfway to 4K. 1440 is 1.78 times 1K. Okay, it's not a true 2K. Yeah, so I changed some of the settings. What I've done is I'm still to 2715. I've enhanced some of the anti-aliasing processing, but more importantly, I've gone from 120% resolution scaling in game, looking for an even finer and better YouTube quality. I have enhanced that to 150% resolution scaling, again at 2715 by 1527. So I am running a GTX 1070 Ti. You know what? If I can hold 60 frames, and so you know, I'm recording with shadow play. I have no problem holding 75 to 80 frames, even with everything I've told you. But with shadow play, and depending on, you know, the graphical challenges where I'm at in the game or on the map, it can be a little taxing. But I've chosen this because it pretty much will hold 60 plus frames per second. So let's leave this fella to do his thing. And I believe, where am I here? Let's bring in the map. And I believe that if I look at the growth, we've got a couple fields that are ready to harvest. Yes, fields 1 and 2 are ready to go. So let's jump into our harvester. Oh, wrong button. And let's take him out and go harvest. We'll start with field 2 and we'll plot a course play for that. And then I think we should go and take the sunflower that we harvested down to the market and sell it. So let's set him up here. Now, gladly, I know the working width of this header is 5 meters, and I don't have to go to the shop to figure it out. Oh, darn it all anyway. That stupid bug is back. Won't bring up the HUD for this particular harvester. Okay, so I'll tell you what we're going to do for this one. We're just going to put the worker on this, but we're going to have to do a short edge headlands. And then we'll just hire a worker and put him on it. Those are the bugs with course play. And the Rossel Smash, or whatever you, however you want to say it, is having troubles with it. When I think about it, if anybody's running the course play and they're having the same issue, I think that it will always default to open with the right click. But because, if you remember in the last episode, I ran into trouble with it because I reassigned it thinking everything was fine to the left control delete or whatever it is. Because I accidentally in this episode just assumed that it was still there, I used the left control delete function, and that instantly, because it had saved the game with this key binding being applied, had I been thinking about it and I had pushed right click, I would have still brought up the HUD. It would work for both, is what I'm saying, and I would have been able to bring up the HUD, and I would have been able to switch it back to right click, and then just knowing this machine, know I have to open it with right click and be mindful of that, and then there would not have been an issue. Well, at least I would still be able to bring it up. So If you've experienced that, just take note of that particular observation, and I think you'll have a little bit more success working around that bug. Okay, so we've got the worker going on this one, and he seems to be doing just fine. So let's jump into the John Deere, and I already have the sunflower loaded. I don't believe there's anything else there I could sell, but I'll tell you what, we're going to go and lock onto that second trailer as we're making a trip to the store anyways, and we'll sell as much as we can. We need the money. Then we'll come back and I should take a peek at see what we need in the way of food for the animals too. Okay, so yeah, there's my frame cap that I've set as 68. So I mean, it would definitely be doing, you know, I had it capped at 75. It would probably be doing it in around 80 or 90 frames per second here on the farm. Okay, so we've got a bit of wheat. We got some barley. Soybean. Let's get rid of the potatoes. We don't have any need for potatoes, and I can take a full 40,000 liters of potato. Okay, so what I want to do is do that, and let's put on our road hazard lights, and we'll go and take this to market. It's always nice driving down this lane. This is one of my favorite parts of this map, is the driveway to the farm. Very nicely done. In my testing, I could notice the screen resolution increase, or the resolution scaling increase from 120 to 150%. I could notice it in a couple tests that I did. So fingers crossed, you're going to be able to see it on YouTube as well. Ultimately, I think my goal is, and I've done a little bit of research into this, is I am going to need a second PC. I've looked at screen capture cards. They don't exactly do what you think they do. I'm not going to get into that one. You'll have to research it for yourself. But they don't actually do the work of the compression for you. It's still relying on your computer, which then puts a hit on performance. The best way is to have a second PC, and without using OBS or any of that stuff, to have what they call a captureless record/streaming PC, and that requires a little bit of networking, but that is my goal. I'm going to have a secondary PC to record my gameplay, and believe me when I tell you, even on YouTube you'll see it hugely, is the resolution will be incredible and the graphics will look so much better. I am using Shadow Play, which is very good, don't get me wrong. It works very nicely, but it wouldn't matter even if I was using a high-end recording screen capture card. It would not look near as good as if I'd had a second PC with even just a 1060 or a 1070 in there. Yeah, it would look really good, and that's my plan. Okay, so who is going to pay me for sunflower and potato? That's what I've got on here. Looks like cell area 1 for the sunflower, and we are currently at cell area 2. It'll also be cell area 1 for the potato. Okay, so let's sell this and see how much money we get from that. I believe we started at 34,000. Very nice. We picked up $46,000 there. Definitely needed that money. Geesh, I've got a... Ooh, we've got a brake cable hanging down there. Or brake line, I should call it. Very interesting. The one hanging down at the back? No. Interesting. Hey Giants, I found another bug. That cable or brake line should be plugged in, and it is not. People are asking me, well, what bugs are you talking about? With I was kind of upset that they were working on DLC instead of finishing bugs. Well, there are quite a few, and that is the least of them. Okay, so let's take this back. And we'll take the shortcut home. Ooh, took a bit of a frame hit there. Yeah, I'm actually making plans. It's not going to happen anytime right away here, but I am making plans to have a second PC to actually record and capture all my gameplay. And I think that the end result, even on YouTube's compression, with YouTube's compression, will be phenomenal. Why don't we empty this fella? Not sure how full he's getting, but we'll make sure he can finish without that being an issue. Come on. Paying attention to something else here. Oh, you're going to do that. I'm not sure that he's empty, but that's okay. So take this in. Once we get all that soybean off, that'll be a welcome sell. Again, we need the money. I'm going to drop this second trailer for now. Something about like that. Oops. Let's just throw these in the back. We'll sell these. Come on. I know there's a mod out there. I meant to go and do it today to, I believe it palletizes the eggs for you, so you can just put them on to your truck or whatever with a forklift. Not sure what's going on with the player grab distance. I have to look into that. Notice it doesn't really want to grab at any kind of distance anymore. Again, I'm wondering if this little micro patch, it's not a new patch in the sense of I think we're still at 1.2 or 2.1 or something like that. It was a micro patch that they put in. And come on. Something there has changed a few things for some of these mods. And it's not the modder's fault. Okay, so let's go take these in. I forgot my beacons. Oh boy. We'll figure out who's paying what for the eggs. And let's take a look here. Oh, definitely cell area 1. Cell area 1 is my friend today. We'll hop up here. Come on. What's going on here? He doesn't want to hop. Interesting. Okay. So let's start throwing these out. Oh, picking up the whole trailer. What's going on here? Come on. Really? Really? What happened there? Okay. Let's just spin this around and we'll go and drop those eggs where they should be. I'm not sure why that one didn't sell. Still doesn't want to sell. And one more. I think there were 7 of those, so that'd be around 30. What was that? 3.5, almost $400. So that'd be around. I don't know. It was about $600. So about $4,200 for the eggs. I guess I thought I had it beat at the resolution scaling that I had set, but I might have to adjust that a little bit more. Or possibly this could be in the anti-aliasing settings that I chose. Might be overdoing it just slightly. I will investigate. Okay, so let's check on the animals quickly. What do they need? Chickens definitely need food. Okay, so wheat or barley for the chickens. Ooh, we just made that one. I gave him wheat last time, so let's look for barley. Mix it up for him, keep him happy. That should be plenty. Okay. Take care of the chickens there. We'll go dump this. And I believe that the harvester should just about be finished if he isn't already. We'll go empty him. We'll collect that soybean that's in his hopper. Well, he's just about done. One, possibly 2 more passes, I think, and he'll be done. So let's go over and we'll stop the, well, I can just do this. We'll stop the, driver here. I believe I saved this course, didn't I? Field 5 Cedar? No, we didn't. Okay. Field 5 Cedar. Okay, so we've saved that. We can now clear the course, exit the dialog box there. And I think what we'll do is we'll set him up with the course play for what is field 2. I should check. I think field 2 might need to be plowed because, again, I have turned plowing back on. And no, it does not. Okay. I'll just line him up a little bit better here. Okay, so this will be set up for, go to our saved files, field 2 cedar. We'll load that back here, double check the speeds, double check our working width, whoops, which is 9 meters. Counterclockwise, everything looks good there, and that looks good. We'll start at the first waypoint and we can just set him to go. In fact, and he is set for the oilseed radish. And we'll go fetch this fella out of the way right away because he's probably in his way. We'll take him right off the field and we'll unload the soybean. Then I think what I'll do is I'll collect the soybean from here and from out of the silo. We'll run and sell that down at the market and top up our money, and that will be it for this episode. Okay, so let's open up the harvester, or not the harvester, open up the pipe. I keep forgetting. I can just go like this, and we'll go and fetch soybean from here and from the silo, and then we'll run down and sell it, and hopefully that'll give us some more money that we desperately needed. Been spending a lot of money here. Yeah, it's going to be about 14,000 liters, I think. You know what? I'm going to change my mind on that, because we still have this other field of soy to pull off here. So I think what we'll do is we're just going to drop this into the silo and rejoin the fellow with the course play on field 2. And again, this tractor, no problem. The UI comes up and down. So I have put in the note to the GitHub that I noticed they were doing it for each individual vehicle, the control of the HUD to come up and down, the choice, right click or left control delete. And they need to simplify that and make it higher up the command function just by saying the priority, taking it up the command function, just making it universal. You either want your UI to open with one function or the other, and simplify this and take it away from individual vehicles, have individual choices as to how to open the HUD. And I think not only will that probably fix the problem, but most certainly will allow them to identify what the problem is and fix it once and for all. All right. She's looking very dapper in there. Well, I think that's going to be a wrap for this episode. And I hope you enjoyed watching. If you like what you're seeing, or you find it interesting at all, please do like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. I do it because it's fun and I enjoy doing it, and I plan on continuing to do it even if I only have 5 subscribers. But I will continue, and hopefully the channel will grow, and as time goes on I'll become more polished and all that, and we'll just see where it goes from there. So with that, I will say see you till the next episode. Bye now.